What's up, guys? Welcome back to Damien the Devil. I'm Damien. Today's story is about a woman who thought she had it all figured out, right up until her choices came back to haunt her. Subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
Single mom. Of course no man is ever going to want me because I have too much baggage. I'm a single mom. Of course I'm the lowest fruit on the tree. I'm a single mom. Of course I need to be staying at home the nights that my children are with their father instead of going out socializing with friends. I'm a single mom. Of course I need to step up and finally be a parent for once. I'm a single mom. Of course I shouldn't have standards for me and my children because beggars can't be choosers. I'm a single mom. Of course I should stay with my children's father because settling for the bare minimum and letting my children grow up in a broken home is so much better than growing up in two homes where the parents are both happy and healthy.
Nobody's saying she has no value because she's a single mom, but pretending that major life choices don't affect future relationships isn't exactly realistic either.
Guess who's single again? It's okay. You know, I've just come out of a marriage. Sarah's single. I feel good.
I'm doing really ugly crying because, oh, I didn't know my cat was in here. She must have thought I was crazy. Oh, I'm just really realizing that my marriage is over and it's really bad. Oh, I'm really sad.
She was all smiles when she thought she was escaping her problems. Now she's finding out she also left behind the man she built her life with.
I'm pretty new to this single parent thing. Sorry, hold on. So I just got off work and I went and picked my son up from his dad's, right? And boy was he distraught. He was so upset. Like he was crying. He was screaming. He actually didn't want to leave his dad. Please hold. Just seeing how distraught he was killed me. Ooh. I told myself before recording this I was actually gonna hold it together. Here we are. Not my typical content, but I was extremely overwhelmed. I had to take a step away for a second to attempt to gather myself because I absolutely hated seeing my son's heart broke like that.
Her son isn't crying because he hates his mom. He's crying because he wants both parents. That's the tragedy of divorce in one sentence.
Just miss my old life. I can't help but cry today. I miss having a husband. I miss my family. I miss having a husband. And I miss my husband. I don't want just any husband. I want my husband. Mine. Miss mine. I miss mine. Mine. I don't know why. I'm really stuck. No, you guys are sick of this. You guys are so sick of this. I don't blame you. I don't know how to replace my husband. I don't know how. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I miss my family.
She spent all that time convincing herself she needed a different life. Now she's sitting here admitting she doesn't want a different man. She wants the one she already had.
Kids?
Yes.
How many kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to
No.
go see?
His friends kind of became my friends, and one of her friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
So you started her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
Not anymore, they're not.
Funny how the story started with he was controlling and ended with I married one of his friends. That's usually when the audience starts looking at the timeline a little more closely.
So here it is. In case you didn't know, and this applies to both men and women, being cheated on is traumatizing as fuck. I was married for 21 years, and cheating was never an issue in our marriage. In fact, that was the least of my worries. I never had to worry about it. I never thought I did. I never had a feeling that I had to worry about it. Never on either side. And then I got divorced, and I come into the dating field, and it is a absolute shit show. And if I had any idea what I was getting myself into, I probably would have stayed married.
She left a 21-year marriage and entered the modern dating market. Now she's basically saying, had I known what was out here, I might have stayed where I was. That's a realization you can't unlearn.
My name is Reese. I'm 29 years old, and I became a single mom to 3 babies 1 year ago at just 2 months postpartum. Shortly after my husband and I celebrated our 6-year wedding anniversary, he told me he was leaving me, and then shortly after I found out he had been cheating. It wasn't really shocking because he cheated on me our entire relationship, but it was shocking that he was leaving. Anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm a stay-at-home mom for 7 years. His mom told me all the time that I needed to make sure that I had a backup plan. And maybe that should have been a huge red flag, but she always told me that I needed to have my own money and my own runaway fund, essentially. And I'm here to tell you that is so true. You, as a stay-at-home mom, if you have any access to money at all, save it. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to say, like, you're doomed, you're destined to get a divorce. But as someone that has been there, I'm giving you this advice. Being a stay-at-home mom is a luxury, obviously, for everybody involved. It's an amazing thing. I absolutely love it. It's a great thing. However, that is how someone takes advantage of you. Because they're paying the bills, they're doing all these things, and at the end of the day, you have nothing. You have nothing if they decide that they don't want you anymore. The hand that feeds you is also the hand that will starve you. And again, I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just saying the reality of it is it's a possibility. And unfortunately, as stay-at-home moms, you're vulnerable. You are so vulnerable. Like, that's just the way it is. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, but the saying is, the person that you divorce is not the same person that you marry. That is so true. It is terrifying. It is scary. Truly, it is scary that you divorce a stranger. You will not know that person. They will not be the same person. And that's why I'm so grateful for all the horrible, horrible things that have gone on in the last year to make me never look at that person the same. We genuinely just share children. That's it. That's the only thing we have in common is we share children. We maybe share memories, but even that is like, it's just not the same anymore. And it's sad. It really is, because when you think about like the potentials of things that could happen, you don't think that, you can't even have a conversation with the person you have children with. But those are realities. You're probably never going to be able to talk to that person again. And honestly, it's probably a good thing. But those are things you need to think about. I saw a girl in here recently saying how her husband had asked for a separation and he was cutting off her card. I know what that's like. And it's so terrifying. It's scary. And you don't know what you're going to do. But you figure it out. You really do. You really do. You really figure it out. And as scary and as terrifying as it is, you have to. There's literally no other option. There is no other option than to just fucking figure it out. Excuse me. There's no other option than you just figuring it out. Truly. And that is where you learn the most. That is where you become the strongest. In the literal depths of the dump is where you're gonna learn to be strong. So if you're currently a stay-at-home mom, I'm not trying to scare you, but make sure that you have a runaway fund. Make sure you have something set up for you. Maybe it's a little part-time job. Maybe it's a little side hustle or a side business or whatever. But make sure that you are also taking care of you, because you never know, and you never want to be blindsided like that. You never want to be put in a vulnerable position like that, because it's horrifying. It is literally the worst thing ever, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. So would I ever be a stay-at-home mom again? Probably not. Did decide to be a stay-at-home mom someday when I'm remarried, hopefully. I would get a part-time job, and I would save that money and put it in a bank account that only I have access to, because you literally never know. You never know.
She keeps talking like her husband cheated, but so far the only evidence seems to be that he moved on after the divorce. Honestly, it sounds less like a cheating story and more like a man who finally got tired of carrying a marriage that was never good enough.
My name is Riley. I'm a newly single mom with full custody of her 3 children with little to no help. I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years, so when their father and I separated, I had only $300 in my bank account. During that time, I didn't have a job or have to worry about paying bills, so when we separated, I quickly realized how expensive life is. So I got a job, and then I got a second job in hopes of being able to afford the babysitter for my first job.
She spent 4 years as a stay-at-home mom and never had to worry about the mortgage, utilities, insurance, or groceries. Now she's getting a crash course in what her husband had been carrying all along.
This one will sting, but it's the truth. A lot of men avoid divorced women and single moms. Not because they're bad people, okay, but because of the baggage that comes with it. Let's break it down, shall we? A divorced woman usually carries emotional scars. She's been through betrayal, conflict, failure, child custody, and often she hasn't healed from it. That pain doesn't just disappear. It bleeds into the next relationship. Men can feel that bitterness, that distrust, and most don't want to pay for what the last man did. Now let's talk about the single moms. It's not just about dating her. It's about inheriting her past. The ex is always in the picture. The baby daddy will be forever tied to her and her child. And no matter how great the guy is, he's never the first priority. Her kids will be. And they should be. The child should come first. But most men aren't signing up to be second place in their own relationship. It doesn't mean divorced women or single moms can't find love. That's not what I'm saying. But it does mean the pool is smaller, because men weigh these realities before committing to somebody. So stop shaming men for wanting less baggage. It's not hate, it's honesty. If you want a high value man, you've got to bring more than wounds and history to the relationship. You have to bring healing, peace, and partnership, because that's what men stay for.
Men aren't avoiding single moms because they hate them. They're avoiding the custody battles, the ex-boyfriends, the emotional scars, and the responsibilities that aren't theirs. That's not cruelty. That's self-preservation.
I don't know about anybody else, but I was truly never uglier than when I was married. Like, my marriage really did me dirty. You know, all aspects of it. But I just looked like shit. I looked unloved. I looked unloved and unhappy. Someone should have saved me.
The hardest person to convince after a divorce isn't your friends, your family, or social media. It's yourself. And she doesn't sound convinced at all.
I have been separated for about 2 months. And when I asked him when my last day with insurance would be, he said it's tomorrow. So I have to shop around. I have to find my own car insurance. And I had previously asked him if he could just keep me on there, and I would give him my part of the insurance since that would be cheaper for me. But he says he prefers to just remove me. So tomorrow I'll be without insurance. I have the kids 4 days a week and he has them 3. And since his family is there, he is able to work as much as he used to before when I used to stay at home. But I have nobody to help me watch my kids. And I'm really not going to leave them with just anybody. So I can only work 3 days a week. I make $120 a day. Sometimes I work Saturdays. I make $60 on Saturdays. So that means 1 week I make $420 and the other one I make $360. So I thought it would be okay if he just kept me in the insurance and I would give him the money, which would be around $100. But today again, he said no. So I've been looking, it's around $200 for me to get it by myself. And right now it just feels like I can't do it. I know I can, but it just feels like I can't. And it really sucks because it feels like all of this is my fault. Everything that's happening is my fault because I was the one that decided that I wanted to be separated. I was the one that decided to leave the house. And I left because I needed to work and I couldn't work where we lived because we have no family there. I had no support at all. And I still really don't. But at least the kids can be with him 3 days a week and then I can work a little bit. And I don't even know why I'm crying over this, but again, it just feels like I've made the worst mistake. I feel like my life is falling apart. I feel like I can't provide for my kids. I feel like I can't be a good mom to them. It's falling apart. I feel like I can't provide for my kids. I feel like I can't be a good mom to them.
Sometimes the hardest part of separation isn't losing the relationship. It's losing all the little forms of support you stopped noticing while they were there.
Honestly, it's like so horrible. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. And I know I can do my life and I can do hard things. And I know I'm so strong, too strong. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. And I just, hi babe. Hi Caleb. I just want my husband back. I want my husband back. I want you back. And
The heartbreak is obvious. The question is whether she's missing the man or missing the life she had with him.
Even though I don't want to be with him anymore, there is a part of me that wants him to still want to be with me. And when I kind of think about like what gets me upset or why am I so sad about certain things, of him wanting to also go through the divorce, if I don't want to be with him.
Wow, she sounds like two completely different people. One is excited about closing a chapter. The other is struggling with what life looks like after it closes.
Hi, my name is Race. I'm 29 years old, and 1 year ago I became a single mom to 3 babies at 2 months postpartum. After being a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, my video is recirculating and it's getting traction again. So I wanted to come on here and just explain some things really quick. First things first, I cannot speak on that. I cannot tell the story like I would love to. I would love to be able to tell everybody all the things that I've gone through, but unfortunately I can't. But I am glad that I at least have that video out there, so it's a peek into the things that I've gone through. But I have a huge life update for you guys, and that is I'm divorced. I'm officially divorced. I'm officially free, and I have no words. I literally have no words for you guys. It has been the longest 16 months of my entire life. I have never fought harder for my life, for my kids' life, obviously, than I did the past 16 months. I literally had everything stacked against me. I don't think you guys understand that. I had literally everything stacked against me, and I came out on the other side, and I could not be happier. I wish I had known what I know now, because I would have left. I would have packed mine and my children's bags, and I would have left. There's also that side of me that's like, if I would have left, I would have never had my daughter. I do wish that I packed my bags when I was pregnant with my daughter. I wish that I had packed my bags the last time I was disrespected and left. If I knew that I could make it, if I knew that I could be where I am right now, I would have. And I'm so proud of myself for making it and doing all the things that I did not think I could have done. I really have a lot of people to thank. First of all, I want to thank you guys, seriously, for all the love and support that you've shown me over the last, I don't even know how long it's been now. And I'm blown away. You guys have given me so many amazing opportunities and just showed me that people out there can love you and not know anything about you and support you and not really know you know, anything about you. And it's just such an amazing and beautiful thing to have social media. And I want to thank my sister. Going through a divorce is horrific. I was so ignorant. I was so ignorant to everything involving a divorce and betrayal and everything that I went through. But my sister, we talked on FaceTime for probably 6 months straight, all day long. She just sat with me. She listened to me. She gave me advice. She was angry with me. She was sad with me. I'm trying not to get emotional, but yeah, I owe her so much. Ugh. And then I owe my best friend. I live in a state where I have nobody. My best friend and her family are literally the only people I have here. And she has also given me so many amazing opportunities. She is my manager for social media. She is my boss. I get to be with her and her kids on the days that I don't have my kids, and then I get to be home with my kids and be with them and be present with them. And it's just, she's given me so many amazing opportunities, and I literally could not thank her either enough. And last but not least, God, I feel like over the past few months I've really strayed away from my relationship with him because I've just felt really overwhelmed, and I felt like I'm not following in the path that I should be. He's blessed me so much, and he's given me so many opportunities, and he's done so many amazing things in my but yes, I am divorced. I never thought that I would be 30 and divorced with 3 kids, but I'm just so proud of myself, and I'm so proud of how far I've come and how much I've accomplished and how much I'm going to accomplish, and my future is so bright and beautiful, and I'm just really excited. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys and tell you how much I love you, and I'm here for you. And if you are a stay-at-home mom and you're scared that you're not gonna make it, you can. I know it feels impossible, but you just have to make the first step. That's literally the hardest part, is making the first step. I wish I had me now to talk to and to tell, like, hey, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna make it, you're gonna do amazing things, you're gonna go further than you'll ever thought possible, you're gonna go through a lot of hard freaking shit, and everybody's gonna be against you, but you're gonna make it, and you're gonna have such a beautiful life. So yeah, I am proud of you, and I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
The moment he said, "Guess who was Brandon?" the entire balance of the conversation changed. Suddenly, there was nothing left to explain and nowhere left to hide.
I'm going to be really vulnerable. I reached my breaking point. I have been a single mom, whether I've been a single married mom or just a single mom, for 4.5 years. And for 4.5 years, I have carried the load of more than one person. Like, I want to give my kids the best childhood that I possibly can, but I cannot do that alone.
Wow, she's looking for relief. What she's probably going to need is a plan.
So we have a court order signed by the judge that the child goes with him. It's signed by the judge.
What judge?
The Marion County one. So here's the deal. She's talking about if we take her, she's going to go to jail. We don't want to arrest her because it's going to do nothing but make her look bad. We don't want her in trouble. We don't. So, because then if she tries to go to get the kid back, and it looks like she got arrested. Why we did this? By order of the judge. But listen to, but please listen to me, dear. By us doing this signed by a judge, if she ends up getting arrested for interfering with this while we're doing it on behalf of the judge, it's gonna look real bad on her, and I don't want her in trouble. I don't. Please trust that.
So
it's signed by a judge.
Right now, she's presenting herself as the person left behind. Whether she's the victim of the story or just the narrator of it is something we'll have to find out later.
So you're really gonna cry now that I caught you cheating?
Yeah, it was just one time.
Well, I can see you're on Tinder and Bumble, and you're paying for Tinder Gold. Doesn't seem like it's one time. If you're gonna pay for Tinder Gold, you're trying to swipe with as many guys as you can.
I got carried away one day.
She started this video talking about child support. By the end of it, she was upset that her ex-husband wasn't paying her mortgage anymore. I think we just found the real issue. The tears aren't about the divorce. The divorce happened a long time ago. These tears are about discovering that he's happy without her.
If I had known this, it would have saved me from a second divorce. Every choice you make stems from what you believe you deserve. After my divorce, no confidence. It was my mission to get into another relationship and fall in love. Like, I needed to prove to myself that my divorce was the right decision. I needed someone to make me feel like I was worth loving. I didn't know how to do that for myself. And when you're coming from that place of lack, you choose the wrong partners. And here's divorce number 2.
The moment someone says, "Can you not embarrass me right now?" after getting caught, they've usually stopped defending their actions and started worrying about the audience.
Babe, please, I will cook for you, I will clean for you, I'll do all your laundry, babe, please. I want you to you again, babe, please.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Success can buy a lot of things, but it can't buy someone who chooses to stay when life gets difficult.